just to sum up, we have the information domains, and if you are an engineering company, you might focus too much on your solutions and processes. Be like, look what we can do. That's what Ericsson did. They had the best phones, especially the best radios in the cell phone. And then Apple was there and showed there's the iPhone, and they thought, this is a lousy phone. It has such a bad radio and no battery capacity. Also, the sound is not so good. So they thought it was a bad phone. But what you really want to get, and what really matters, is that you can make the customer say, look what I can do. And in the end, this is where you have to make an impact. And the bridge is the functions. They're not really technology or processes. They're not really needs and customers, but it's how technology specifically satisfies needs. This is missing completely in the other innovation frameworks that we've been looking at. You need to be filling the information into the domains. You need to know what a statement or some information means. So if you look at a product and you see lots of complaints about a specific aspect of quality, maybe the battery is quickly getting bad. Okay, that's not the need. We need better battery, they say, customers. But it's not the need. You have to put it in where it belongs. It's on the solution. It's for decisions about technical subsystems. So if you go from the top, define customers, look at what's value for them. Let's see what bundle of function that would be great for them and that nobody else is doing. Choose some products and service technologies that would do that at a reasonable cost. And then we design activities and business model. That will be the development process. But just like in design thinking, you might be bouncing back and forth here, depending on what you discover along the way. So there's a logical sequence, but it might not be the actual sequence. And then you have the business model. Well, we do these activities to create a value proposition that has a huge impact for the customer. And then we charge a little bit of that value somehow back to us and make some money. That is more than it costs to do the thing, right? That's the fundamental principle of business. You can start anywhere here. Basically, if you have an idea for a technology and you see it could be applied for a problem is need, okay, so I need to maybe define the functions here and see if I can compare it. Or if I start with a customer saying something, that this thing that we use here could also be good for my parents. Okay, we define a new customer. So you can start anywhere, but you have to go everywhere. So we come now to a point where we can summarize the value engineering framework and what it means for us. So often when you talk maybe to friends and family and they say, I have an idea or I have a business idea, maybe they have something, 2 out of 3 pieces here, some rough feeling that this technology could be used for this problem. Maybe we can use blockchains to store data, so we can have blockchain storage instead of cloud storage. Maybe there is no customer, or maybe they have the customer and the problem, but not exactly what to do about it. And it's fairly vague and so on. But if you have all 3, then you have at least the potential to create something of value. With the different 5 domains of information, we have now made it much more precise. So first of all, customers. We talk about specific customer segments that are defined as precisely as we can, described by personas. You can often, not always, but often you can have an idea how many people are we talking about there, or how many companies fall in this category, roughly at least. We have not just problems, we have problems or jobs. There's a need side here, feelings that needs to be improved also. We can be much more specific on what exactly it is that this customer would see value in, you know. And the value proposition is always from the eyes of the customer. If they don't see the value because it doesn't relate to something that's relevant for them, then there is no value. Between problems and technology, we have functions. If the technology can solve a problem or achieve a job, well, it means that there is an outcome of use of the technology. There is a function. So we can specify the overlap of problems and technology by functions. And we can do that much more precise now with the value domains and the tools that we have there. And then we have the aspect of adoption. Customer sees that getting this solution has benefits for me, but will I adopt it? Well, that depends also on how difficult it is for me to learn the new technology, to put it into installation, training, is it compatible, and so on. Technology adoption cost and risk, that decreases the delta of utility that we have, or as we say, the value delta. So we have a much more refined view of what is it specifically that exists in all these domains, the crossover points, and we can see, is there value here? Maybe we have value that we can realize in a profitable way. And we've gone from a fluffy idea of some part to a really well worked through, analytically and structurally defined understanding of a potential opportunity. And with this, we are much more likely to, first of all, have success and avoid problems later on in the process. With that, we can maybe have a unicorn instead of a struggling little startup that does have to work hard for every new customer.